Welcome back to Big D Energy Live on the Woodward Sports Network, and something that we have covered probably not as much as other shows, and some people would think that we should, with everything everything else going around in Detroit sports. The Detroit Lions, of course, the team coming off of an NFC Championship game appearance and poised to repeat maybe NFC North champions, maybe the Super Bowl. So without further ado, the Lions nickel package. Spenmo Rax, first question.
All right, first question of the Lions nickel package. Who is cornerback one on this team by the end of the season?
Ooh.
Carlton Davis.
Yeah.
I think that the other option would maybe be Terrion Arnold is so great as a rookie that maybe he takes over. I don't see anybody like a Meek doing it or Emmanuel Mosley magically being healthy coming off of 2 ACLs. Here's what I think, though. I think Carlton Davis will be cornerback one at the end of the season, but guys like Terrion Arnold, whether it's Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw, Amik, whoever is in there, will make it so that we can let Carlton Davis walk at the end of the season after the Lions hoist the Lombardi Trophy, of course. But this season, I'm going to say Carlton Davis.
I might be falling for the fake. I might be a fool. And I know you guys will.
Let's go, Terry. Say it, Terry.
You're not finna say it. I think you're about to say it.
Terrion Arnold.
Man, what?
Let's go.
I'm telling you, man.
I thought you ain't believe in rookie corners.
I don't. There's something about this dude that's going to shock us all. I love his attitude. Excuse me. I love the way he works out. He's a baller. I think at the end of the day, he's going to be the Lions' number one guy.
Hell yeah.
And I do not believe in rookies, but I believe in this rookie.
Okay.
I love it.
KG?
Yeah, and as much as I would love that, I don't feel Terrion Arnold needs to be the number one, especially for this year. It'll be Carlton Davis. He's the veteran. He's been here before. He's done it in big moments. This is what they brought him in for. I expect him to be CB1 during the season and into the playoffs.
I want to say Terrion Arnold. I really do, Terry, because
if he is,
fucking love Terrion Arnold, and I love his game. I love the athletic upside. I love how good he is on the press, how good of a tackler he is. But I have to go Carlton Davis. I mean, he's got the pedigree. He's won a Super Bowl. He's going to be the leader in that cornerback room. I got to go Carlton Davis, but I want to believe that dog Terrion Arnold will be in that CB1 spot.
Spenny, you got awfully excited.
Hey, I'll admit I could be on crack.
No, that's fine.
I could be a little crackhead going like this.
You're not that far.
Terry, if you're on crack, I'm on it with you.
Terrion Arnold too. Let's go smoke in the back.
Let's go. I love it. I love this kid. I love what he brings. I thought he was the best cornerback talent in the draft, and you got him at 24. He is a man guy. He's going to do a lot of great things in this system, and being eased into it rather than thrown into a fire is definitely going to help. Give me Terrion Arnold.
Hey, I love it. It would be awesome if it happened, and that in turn would make Carlton Davis, not that I necessarily want him to be expendable, but he's one of the more expensive players on this team as of right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna.
You know what's gonna happen?
What's up?
You're gonna find me and Spenny on the street corner somewhere with little white lips, with little needles hanging out our arm.
Got any more of that?
Hey, but if Brad Holmes would have done it again, if Terrion Arnold is a CB1 at the end of his season.
But I'll be there in the crack house with my buddy.
Yeah,
so
we're in it together.
I'm gonna join y'all next year.
Yeah.
Next year, Carlton Davis. Next year, I'm with y'all.
We got room for you on the couch.
Cool. Save the needle for me. Keep the needle warm.
All right, question to you, Spetty.
All right, next question of the Lions nickel package. Who will finish second on this team in sacks?
Oh, good question. Ooh, good question.
I'm gonna call my shot right now, and I don't think it's calling a shot. I'm going to go with Lee McNeil on this one. I am, because we saw it, and I get it. We saw what James Houston did a couple of seasons ago. First off, I think Marcus Davenport is playing somewhere between 10 and 12 games this year. That's what most of his history will show, so I don't think he's going to play the whole year. With the Lee McNeil, I keep thinking about how much he could benefit from having DJ Reader next to him, how many less double teams he's going to see. The fact that if you get pressure up the interior, it's a quicker route to the quarterback. Last season, Ali McNeil had 5 in 13 games with Benito Jones, Bohanna, Tyson Alualu, whoever the hell you wanted to put on that defensive line opposite him. Now, or beside him, now you've got DJ Reader, and I think Ali McNeil will be, you could argue, and I know some people will say Hutch, and I would probably agree that besides for Aiden Hutchinson, the next biggest direct beneficiary from having DJ Reader is Aleem McNeil. 9 sack season loading.
Ooh.
No, Aleem McNeil got those little squat legs. I don't think he can catch the quarterback.
I don't know. He had 5 sacks last year. He was on pace to have more.
He gonna bust up the running backs. I got to go DJ Reader. Going experience, and he's not known for that. The Lions are going to surprise us in some areas. DJ Reader's going to be second. I mean, even if he has 4 sacks, he might still be second.
Man, that would really
badly. And
that means Green Bay would be better than the Lions if that were to happen.
Okay, all right. I'm not mad at it, man. I would go Marcus Davenport, man.
Okay.
And I know I always harp on his health. Marcus, if you listen to the show, I promise it's nothing personal, man. But if he's on the field, to me, he's a better version of what James Houston brings to the table. And while I do like James Houston also, you know, being on pass rush downs, I just feel like if Marcus Davenport is healthy, he will be getting around that edge whenever Aiden can't, or Aiden drives the quarterback to that side. I expect Marcus Davenport to clean up. So I would say Marcus Davenport if he stays healthy.
I would agree with that, KG. I also agree with you, Flannel. It was a tough decision. It was between the two, but you both took them, so it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go Marcus Davenport for a reason, because it's new information. I think it's because our medical staff has proven that what they can do with guys who have injury histories and not necessarily being on the field consistently, that they are able to take those guys and elevate them so they're not as big of health risks as they were in the past. So I think that our medical staff will get Marcus Davenport ready to play more games than he is allotted, and I think that will breed for more sacks and him to be second on this team.
Yeah, he did a hell of a job with James Houston, but
yeah,
I regress.
Hey,
I'm going to go off the board here. I want to say Aleem McNeil. That's what my gut says. That's what my brain says. But I'm going to be different, and I'm going to go Josh Pascal. I think Josh Pascal can have a resurgence under Terrell Williams. He is a guy that Terrell Williams likes to use. You could see body type like Danico Autry, how you move him around and do a lot of different things. We know Aaron Glenn likes to use him in different situations. He is a guy who could play in any situation because you could play inside, he could play outside, you can move him around. Give me Josh Pascal off the board, but I do think it'll be Aleem.
And I don't care, people. It was foot cancer. I don't care.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I forgot which show it was because they sometimes all blend together. But we did a segment. It was either on this show or Wake Up Woodward, where I predicted a breakout season from Josh Pascal. So if it happens, I will have been proven right. We'll have to see, because that hasn't really been a huge part of his game, at least with the Lions so far. But he has had some injury issues. Hopefully, he is all healthy. And hey, if that actually happens, because that would probably mean Aleem still gets some, and Houston and Davenport, at least one of them gets some. That would be they would have one of the better defensive lines in all of football. That would
once again, here I'm gonna become Donald Trump. I don't know what he said, and he don't know what he just said. Thank you.
All right then.
All right, Joe Biden. Go
You all know
ahead.
what I said, though.
Next question of the Lions nickel package: will Aleem McNeil get an extension with the Detroit Lions?
You trailed off. What was that?
Will Aleem McNeil get an extension with the Detroit Lions?
Yes. I think he will play. Here's what I think will happen. I think Aleem McNeil will prove to be so valuable that they do give him a bag. Maybe not like a Christian Wilkins type bag, but something that is a little lesser than that, but substantial. I think the person that will end up walking at the end of the season is Ife Melifonwu. And I'm not saying that Ife's not good. I'm just saying the decision that is going to have to be made is keep one or the other, and you probably lose Derek Barnes as well. But Aleem McNeil will prove to be so valuable with his interior pressure that that they'll have no choice but to keep him, but to give him something that maybe they don't even necessarily want to give him. So I'm going to go with Aleem McNeil. Yes, he will.
With Aleem McNeil, I'm going to look beyond the play on the field. His play on the field is going to be spectacular. Mm-hmm. But the other thing that he brings is he is a young professional. And what I mean by professional, he acts professional.
Yeah.
He brings a good presence to that dressing room. He has smart things and constructive things to say to his fellow linemen. Lions don't want to lose that. You've already got Dan Campbell, melting paint. You got guys who are really loud. You need a steady guy at some point, and that's what McNeil is.
Yeah.
So yes, he will be extended because they're going to feel they need him just for his play and also for his professionalism.
I really hope they can keep Aleem, man. I think if they do, it's going to have to be a team-friendly deal because after this season, I think your priority is to lock up Aiden Hutchinson. He's going to command a lot of money. They want to take care of him. So, I mean, if he goes out contract year and balls out, I'm sure that they would want to keep him. I just don't know if the numbers work out that way. But like I said, if he does, I think it'll have to be a team-friendly deal.
Yes or no?
No.
Ooh, you said no?
No.
Okay, all right.
He might be too expensive.
All right.
It won't be from his play. It'd just be too expensive.
All right.
No,
I hear you.
Something has to give here. We have not enough money to go around. We still got to pay Hutch.
Can't keep everybody.
Something has to give here. And if you're talking about stuff that has to give, Aleem McNeil, especially after signing DJ Reader, has to be the first one to be considered to not go to go. And I think that it's a no. He will not be re-signed.
Fair enough.
I think it's a yes. I think it is a yes because I think you can make the money work with how young your secondary is with guys like Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Ennis Rakeshaw, and Terrion Arnold all being on rookie deals. You brought in a guy like Vaki to throw back there to kind of be a replacement for Ife Melifonwu. I agree with Flannel. I think guys you move on from are more Derek Barnes, Ife Melifonwu, even a Carlton Davis, and you make sure you keep Aleem McNeil.
I wouldn't be shocked at all if all three of them aren't on the team in 2025, and that's okay, by the way.
That's fine.
I think that Aleem will prove to be more valuable than an Iffy, and that they'll have enough in the cornerback position where they don't have to re-sign Carlton Davis to a long deal. But we shall see. It's a good problem to have.
And a guy like Taylor Decker could take a team-friendly deal.
Fair enough.
A guy like Graham Glasgow.
But here, I don't want to barge in on the nickel package, but I'm going to throw in who definitely on this defense will be gone after next season or the season after that.
Yeah, probably Iffy. He might be
Iffy?
high, man.
Yeah, I think Iffy.
Okay.
It took him a while to even get to the play that he had last year, which was great. But and then you just got to look at how they structured the Aleem deal. It was, I mean, not the Aleem deal, the DJ Reader deal. It was a 2-year deal, and they did draft Mekhi Wingo as a backup. So I don't know. That may be signaling that they're trying to prepare for maybe losing Aleem.
No, and we'll see. Like I said, it's a good problem to have because when you're re-signing guys like Amon-Ra and Penei Sewell to those expensive deals, which they 100% deserve, you're going to do that for Aiden Hutchinson as well. Some people are not going to be able to join the journey all along, but we also know that Brad Holmes, we trust him more than damn near any other GM in the NFL that we could possibly have to replenish the talent with cheap rookie contract players through the draft.
That's not going to last forever. He's going to have to start shoving luggage off board.
Yeah. Fair.
He's going to have to start throwing it in the water at some point, and that's where he's going to be really criticized. But how does he handle that? Is he still bringing in younger players to replace those guys that the Lions are going to have to let go?
He could be another elite.
Yeah, I know. That's the tough part when you reach the pinnacle.
Yeah, and like I think me and Spenny agreed on, it's going to be Iffy, Carlton Davis, or Derek Barnes, at least in my opinion. Those are going to be the ones that aren't going to be able to join the journey beyond this season. But like I said, I can't wait to see how it plays out, and I think it will have meant that Aleem McNeil proves to be one of the better defensive tackles in all of the NFC.
Do you know why you're mentioning all these cornerbacks that could be gone?
Why is that?
Because of Terrion Arnold, who's going to be the number one cornerback on the Detroit Lions. That's why.
That's fair. And I said in a previous segment that Carlton Davis, he is going to walk at the end of this season because at the absolute worst, I think Terrion Arnold will be your cornerback one to begin next season. But if he's cornerback one at any point this season, that will mean that you might have to call him like Sauce Arnold or Terrion Gardner. We shall see. That's pretty lofty, but do you know